As you have probably been aware and following, last fall, Ontario Premier Doug Ford introduced Bill 212, the Reducing Gridlock, Saving You Time Act. Yes, the same Premier that can't get the Eglinton and Finch West LRT open and running. This legislation aimed to improve protected bike lanes from three major Toronto arteries, Bloor Street, Yonge Street, and University Avenue. Ford argued that these lanes were exacerbating traffic congestion and hindering emergency vehicle response times. However, internal government documents contradicted this claim, indicating that removing bike lanes could actually worsen congestion by discouraging cycling and increasing car use. The bill also included a controversial provision, shielding the government from lawsuits related to cyclist injuries or deaths on roads where bike lanes were removed. This move was met with significant backlash from cycling advocates and city officials, who viewed it as an acknowledgement of the potential harm to cyclists. I mean, if you don't mind a few cyclists getting injured or even dying every now and then just say so. No need to beat around the bush about it. In a surprising turn, the Ontario Superior Court Justice Paul Shabazz granted a temporary injunction this week, halting the removal of the bike lanes until a charter challenge by cycling advocates is resolved. This decision is notable because courts rarely intervene in municipal infrastructure matters, especially when provincial legislation is involved. Justice Shabazz emphasized that removing the bike lanes before the case is decided could cause more harm and inconvenience to the public interest than maintaining the status quo. So I guess we have the rationale right there, and even the court can see that this is contradictory. Cycle Toronto, a prominent cycling advocacy group, filed a charter challenge against Bill 212, arguing that the removal of the bike lanes infringes on the rights of cyclists to safe and accessible transportation. They contend that the government's actions are irrational and dangerous, especially given the evidence that bike lanes improve safety and reduce conflicts between drivers and cyclists. The bike lanes targeted by Bill 212 are not arbitrary selections. They are integral parts of Toronto's cycling infrastructure and include the following. Implemented as a pilot project in 2016 and made permanent in 2017, the Bloor Street bike lanes have been credited with increasing cycling trips by 50% and reducing conflicts between drivers and cyclists by 61%. A major north-south artery, Yonge Street's bike lanes, have provided a safer route for cyclists through the downtown core. Known for its wide lanes and proximity to hospitals and universities, University Avenue's bike lanes have been essential for both commuting and recreational cycling. Removing these lanes would not only disrupt the existing cycling network, but also potentially endanger cyclists who rely on these daily routes. This legal battle underscores the ongoing tension between municipal autonomy and provincial authority. Toronto City Council has opposed the removal of the bike lanes, highlighting the importance of local decision-making in urban planning. The court's intervention suggests a recognition of the city's right to manage its infrastructure and the necessity of protecting public interest over political agendas. I think that this statement probably puts it the best way. The court's injunction represents a significant moment in the discourse in urban mobility, public safety, and government overreach. It emphasizes the importance of evidence-based policymaking and the need to prioritize the well-being of all road users. As the charter challenge proceeds, the outcome will likely have lasting implications for the future of cycling infrastructure in Toronto, and potentially across Canada. I'd love to know what you think. Are you glad that the court has intervened with the injunction, or do you think that the courts should have stayed out of it? Let me know in the comments. I hope that you liked the video. If so, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed and want to be notified of new videos that are released, please click on the Art Toronto button here. This is the video that I would recommend for you to watch next, and I'm sure that you're going to love it. Here's the playlist for all of the latest in transit news and views that you're going to find very informative and interesting. And finally, here is the latest video. Thanks for watching and happy transiting.